What's up?
What's up?
What up, Blue? We're talking about finding some replays that you guys wanted to do. I don't know if you had anything in mind.
Okay. So I've looked over these, and I noticed that it was a 4 game series.
The NYI one was, yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, with NYI. Do you want to do any from NYI, or did you want to do Pit? Or
NYI, because we play them tomorrow. Or
okay.
We could do Pit another day before we play them. Do you need the replay, or do you already have it?
I don't have any replays yet, so
Okay.
if you got some, drop them in the chat.
Drop in the chat below.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay, let me just open up Rocket League.
Okay. I can also go to ball chasing too if they're on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they probably are.
Okay, I'll change my screen to this.
You'll have to search under Cayman or something that wasn't in those games.
Yeah, probably under me because I upload all my replays.
Things you
it's-
play a lot of games.
Yeah, when did we play NYI?
We played them on a Sunday. The
Look
10th?
first, like forgotten.
It was the 10th, and I remember it was at 7 p.m.
Let me see. Okay, 13th. August 10th, you said?
Yeah, the 10th.
Okay. Okay, we're in the 9th now. Alright. Is this it right here? Forgotten? NYI?
Yeah,
Lost win.
Okay.
grandma forgotten.
Is there any specific replay you guys want to do? I'm looking at this.
We lost the first
Game
one and then
one,
won
yeah.
the next 3.
So probably 1 and 2, like focused. Because I think we picked it up more later in the series.
You said do 1 and 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
if possible.
What about 1-3? Because game 3 was a 3-2 and game 2 was a 2-0.
That's fair. Let's see. In here now. Okay. Which one's which? Maybe it'll show up here in the other.
Single replay.
Let us see. Alright, so... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is game 1. Is there any specific way you guys want to do this? Should I just like watch a bit from each person's perspective? How do
Yeah.
I? Okay. Okay, who just joined? Bluego? Okay. Alright, we can start. We'll do a little bit of Bluego first.
All right.
I watched, actually, before I get into it, I watched another replay before this of you guys. One thing that I think is a good thing to work on for each of you guys is just kickoffs in general. Kickoffs are unfortunately like super important in Rocket League. Like it just keeps getting like the more and more I play, the more like for a while I was like, yeah, whatever, it's kickoff, like shit happens, whatever happens happens. But like when I actually started competing, it became obvious how like it has such a strong sway in like how a game goes. I mean, like right now, the odds of them getting a goal, like I feel like just increased heavily, just because. Well, first off, if you see here, like they have a cheat, and I think right now neither you guys both went for corner boost. So that's like, I feel like it's kind of a golden rule is to always have a cheat and one person back. So like this right off the bat is a pretty strong start for them just because they already have, you know, a good kickoff. But I guess that's for a different time to actually get into the mechanics of kickoffs. But just wanted to put that out there before we get into it.
Gotcha.
But yeah. All right. But yeah, I guess more outside mechanics. On this kickoff here, we have we got the double diagonal. No, we have this formation. Okay. So on this one, I'm trying to think. I think.
Oh, this is the kickoff formation that we were talking about. So, how do you have the? Would you have Shades cheat here or Cayman cheat? 'Cause
Shades
I
is gonna
saw-
have cheat. That's why I went left.
In my teams we would have Shades cheat, and then Cammy goes for this corner boost.
Okay, because I've seen it
And-
2 different ways. I didn't know there was a wrong way or right way, or
I mean, I think this is the standard. I mean, there's preferences, I guess, but like
yeah.
standard is like if you're playing solo Q3s and nobody's on the same page, then this should be the way it goes.
Okay.
I mean,
If Shades was on the other side, who would cheat?
like if Shades was here instead.
Mhm.
I don't think that's possible. Like, I don't think it's even like a possible scenario. I think if the person is kickoffing from the left diagonal, this person's always on the right side. Like if Blue Glow is here, then Shades would be over here if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah.
anyway, if that was even if that was the case, Shades still cheats, I guess, because
Yeah.
it just makes more sense. Now, there's like close cheats and there's like slow cheats. I personally like a little bit of the in between. Like some people like are basically kicking off with Blue Glow here, like they're right then and there for when the ball is being made contact with. But I personally like a more reserved approach to kind of see where the ball goes. But yeah, so imperative to have one person cheating, in my opinion. I mean, if you watch pro play, it's getting crazy now. Like fake kickoffs and like kickoff plays are insane nowadays. I haven't even kept up with it. It's too ridiculous what they're doing. But
Yeah.
I think at our rank here, it's just better just to keep it simple. But another thing with, let's see what Cayman does here. So this is an aggressive turn. Aggressive as in you grab boost and you turn right.
Mhm.
Whereas a more like passive turn would be turning left towards back wall instead. I typically do a more passive turn. You'd be surprised like how like if this kickoff like whoever the forgotten guy is, if he slots his ball bottom left, the chances of you getting to the ball turning left are higher than you turning right. So it's just kind of like how kickoffs are going and like what kind of approach you guys want to the game. But I like just having the passive turn and going left just in case some bullshit happens and like they have a quick shot off kickoff. So, but that's just more like personal preference
I got
and
you.
however you guys are playing that day. But
Gotcha. So it's gonna do a habit of if I'm back, just
Whoa.
turn toward the wall.
your mic kind of cut out there. What'd you say?
Just turn toward the wall if I'm on back boost.
Yeah, I think it's definitely safer. It's definitely safer.
That makes sense.
Yeah. A little awkward here. It's a good shot. There's a big thing at like, what do you guys like champish, right? Around
Yeah.
champ rank. Like I remember like at the champ days, like if you're banging the ball off backboard, it's not a comfortable thing for defense. Even at low GC, people are still like kind of freaking out about it. So they do a good job here of actually maybe it might have been a pinch. Let me watch it again. Okay. I think you get surprised by this guy missing. You kind of panic touch this.
I just want to get it out of there.
Yeah, for sure. It's better to kind of take a a quick another like half second just to kind of clear this more to the side than off the backboard. But I mean that's hindsight 2020. It's more of a panic play. But
I also didn't want it to bounce like on the corner, and I wanted it to like off the wall.
yeah, I'm trying to see how this unfolds. Okay, so we got 2 in net. Shades just challenged. I mean, in an ideal world, after this Shades challenge, there's a direct challenge following this up, and that's most likely you came in. But given the circumstance, it's kind of hectic. There was just a kickoff. It's understandable that there's not an immediate follow-up right now. Like in an ideal world, when there's like a 50 or a challenge, someone is there shortly after to pick up that 50 or challenge. That just keeps an ongoing pressure on the ball, and it creates less space for the opponents and just more pressure. That is just ultimately going to result in more goals for you guys. But this one was kind of a sticky situation because it was straight off kickoff. People are low boost, and there wasn't really much to gather from. Shades actually has a pretty good reattempt at a second challenge there. Yeah, Forgotten going for a bump here is really good on him because this really just puts Cayman in a kind of a 1v2.
Yeah.
But ideally, Cayman, this is such a tough read, but you gotta you kind of just gotta jump for this and try to meet them midair. But it's tough because Forgotten is really just paving the way for them to get a free. Even he gets a bump on you there, so you can chalk this up. In my opinion, you really just chalk this up to just a better offense. A lot of people try to hammer on oh, where'd we go wrong? Where'd we go wrong? Like sometimes shit happens. This might be a shit happens moment. Like Forgotten just kind of.
Was backing up a bad thing because I was kind of kicking myself for that.
Watch it again. Backing up right here, you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, technically you back up a little too far here. I think you had the right idea by backing up right here. Back up a little bit right here, and then now you're gonna start. This is where I'm saying the hard part is you got to try to jump up here and try to read this ball as it bounces off the wall. But that's. I think I'm struggling with that 9 times out of, or maybe 5 times out of 10.
Because I was thinking I could just out of the goal line and then make an attempt instead of backing up and then try and use boost to go forward.
You know what? You save this ball if you don't get bumped because you actually have the right motion here. So when you back up, I was gonna make a comment and you actually did it. So when you back up, you see how you start turning your car to the right. That's good because that is the most gaping part of the net is to your right, and you already start preemptively turning your car there just in case he shoots that far post. But then Forgotten comes in and just completely messes that up, and that's why. Literally, that nick of a bump is the reason you don't get to that ball. Otherwise, you're actually turning to be well positioned for that ball. So
Forgotten it's just Forgotten's there for that goal.
Yeah, that's just that's all Forgotten. He just did everything pretty much, and they just had a free shot. So I wouldn't look into that one too much. So this one, Shades is going, unless you guys are doing reverses. Some people like to do reverses where Shades goes to the corner boost and then otherwise. But now we'll just keep it simple. So Shades goes, who's ever on the right, I think Blue Glow, you're going to be half flipping to that corner boost, and then Cayman, you're going to be cheating here, which is what happens. Let's see. See the Hurricane, I think you could I think you can get a little more aggressive here, and you see this when you see Hot Grandma here just turn towards their wall, and that guy just hit it. I would have ball cam on right now, and I'm going for this ball, and I'm probably putting a shot on net's a little too overzealous. I don't think you can. If you try to put a shot on net here, it's probably going to get. It won't be a good one. The ball's just going too far to the left. So a good thing to do here, in my opinion, is I'm assuming Shades is kind of directly behind you. Yeah. So here, what I would do is I would have more of an aggressive approach and try to bang this off the corner wall. Specifically, right here. It's kind of a sweet spot right here where it bounces straight back out into mid, and it kind of creates a little bit of fright for the defender.
Where on the wall can you go back to that spot?
Yeah.
Where's the visual like marker? Just like that,
Um,
whatever that black thing is.
Yeah, like just height doesn't really matter too much. Just like anywhere like in the middle, like right here, it usually bounces right out pretty sweetly for someone to follow it up.
Gotcha.
Good to know.
But more not so much like focus on the wall. It's more of having more of an aggressive approach. And I mean, you did a good job with boost management there. You got pads along the way. I mean, you adjust pretty well to where the ball is going to go, and you're doing everything great. And then you turn up ball cam and just keep going left. Like if you just right here, right now, start jumping and arrowing for this ball, that would create a lot of good pressure straight off the kickoff for you guys. But instead, he gets a beat. He doesn't get a great touch. You have a good follow up. Nice boost grab. Good turn. This is good. You can get a little closer here. Blue glow's rotating out, so he's kind of already assuming that third man position, and Shades is trying to make a play out on the corner wall here, so you can take a little bit more of an aggressive approach and be that second man for him.
Just like my pathing.
Yeah, I think you had good rotation and like where you were going. I think you could have this.
Or I grab the boost pad and then that boost pad outfield instead of a wider to the mid boost.
So you grab this boost pad and I would be holding down drift and just kind of like. Now, once I see this, I'm going in. Like you should be like turning in more towards center field right now.
So I should be on the center line, basically.
Yeah. I think you initially taking a glance as to where your teammates are, like right about now, and kind of having like a bit of more of a banana approach. You're kind of taking a more wider approach back to mid. It's fine initially, but I think once you see Blue Glow and then Shades, once you see Blue Glow starting to make his approach back and Shades taking first man on the wall, I think right now you can start turning in like immediately to go take the second man position to be there for a passing option for Shades.
This could also
but
be
you kinda-
calmed, right? Like just saying like I'm out or you can go now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you guys are on comms, but it's you don't want to like clutter up too much and you're just like talking the entire time. But like short, quick comms like mid left boost, turning in, far post, shit like that. Not like I'm gonna be grabbing mid boost and I'll be at 100 boost in about 3 seconds. Like that's kind of a ridiculous comms.
Yeah.
But like short, quick comms are good. But it ends up you being in a great position. Ultimately, the ball does bounce really well for you, and then you make a good attempt on it. Boost
I
grab.
like that wording, good attempt.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
An attempt was made.
That was a good. Forgotten's pretty aggressive. Holy shit! Look at him go. I would. So the second you see this, where you see Forgotten charging you, and this guy is now who's ever dribbling the ball. They're not really much of a threat. The ball's on the ground. They're directly behind it, and I think you're pretty safe here to just like do your best to dodge this demo and just kind of just throw yourself at this challenge at this ball. Probably like a half second earlier. Like right now, I'd be going just full boost, avoiding this demo as best you can, and trying to throw yourself at the ball. A big thing is like just not giving people time and space to do stuff. If you're having efficient challenges and just suffocating people, and it's eventually just going to keep dwindling them down, and it's going to turn into good offense eventually. Sometimes the best way to get good offense is by playing good defense, and that's kind of like a thing for all sports.
Mm-hmm.
Good on you, Blue Goal, for like it's not the easiest read. You do a good job here of playing the miss. You got around 250 or 230. I'll switch over to Blue Go.
I probably have a little ways to view.
That's my
Yeah, a little. You can definitely cut him here. I get it. I think you heard someone get demoed, so you're probably like, oh shit, like no one's behind me. You might have like been like, I gotta take the ball next, but this could be a comp thing, and let's see, we can actually see if. So I like to do like quick hammer flicks, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if you guys use controller, but like my right analog stick, like sometimes I'll just do like a really quick flick to just see where my teammates are at. Sometimes you don't have time for that. I get it, and it can be disorienting mechanically, but you could like take a quick hammer flick to see if Cam's behind you or just comms. But this is kind of like I don't know, could be like a shit happens double commit. Not too much to look into, but not too bad of a double commit ultimately because Shades gets demoed, and by that he's already back, so
Yeah.
it's not like too bad of a double commit. And there he's already. Actually, I'll back to came in for the last 2 minutes. Woo! Good challenge. Good leave. You kind of came in a little hot. Not really. It's just kind of a lucky bounce, but good job recognizing that. Just like, yeah, you know what? I can't get this ball. I'm not going to waste my 24 boost that I have right now, and I'm going to leave for third man. So that's like, great job on that. Doesn't work out the way we wanted to. Shit happens. We all whiff.
Oh yeah.
Good cut there. So technically, you're supposed to be going back to net. You see that Shades gets a touch he wasn't really looking for. It bounces mid, so you snap. You kind of snap to it like, hey, like, this ball's got to get out of here. So that was great. Good cut there. And then you actually left the boost for him too, which is awesome because he was 0. So I don't want to get too much into
Yeah.
mechanics. I mean, because like mechanics, it's like it's hard to coach. It's mechanics are such a hard thing to keep to work on. But like there is a couple things I can spit some knowledge on. So a lot of reasons people miss the ball or whiff is where they is from like the root and is where they start their jump. And you want to give yourself the best opportunity to hit the ball right from the get-go rather than jumping from a kind of awkward position and then having to just
You
have
lined
a
up
bun-
where you go.
Yeah, exactly. Like be as ready for where the ball is going to be, the projection of the ball as you can, straight from the jump. Otherwise, you have to drain your boost to readjust your car and air roll and drag yourself all over the place just to get there. So I think with this one, I think you could have taken a quarter second more, turn a little bit more to the left, and then gotten this ball a little easier.
So
But that's
then
just-
you get it
I
to the
mean-
corner.
Yeah, exactly. Just try to get it to one of the corners as best as you can. But I think that's something that's everybody should work on is airling for balls that are kind of straight above your head is extremely awkward. Like it's just such a weird thing to do, and it takes a lot of coordination. So I'm not sure. I could probably find some training packs, but that's a really good one to work on. Is balls that are straight above your head, pause that are just really good to work on, because that shit's hard. I like your padding here, like going the extra couple feet here. You recognize that Shades and Blue are here, and there's not much of like a second man threat, so you grab this pad. Like it may not seem like a lot, but that 12 boost could make the difference in everything. Like grabbing pads is massive, so good shit there. Now you're here for this. Get a decent clear. This was good patience. So I was kind of half expecting you just to like, oh, in this guy right now, just keep going and keep going. But you kind of pump the brakes here. These people at like Diamond Champ, High Champ ranks aren't, more likely than not, they're not going to be able to like do some crazy shit and get a musty flick over your head. They're just going to poke the ball.
Yeah.
And you can kind of just like, most of the time, in a situation like this, you can kind of just sit back and be like, all right, do what you got to do. Like, I'm going to sit back near this mid boost and you're pretty much just gonna give me the ball. Which, if you were like,
this is a free shot.
I mean,
It's tough.
it's open, yeah, but like it's not an easy shot mechanically by any means. Like, yeah, the net is wide open, but like you have to. I don't know. I wouldn't be kicking yourself for this. Honestly, like this is even if you make
Gotcha.
contact with that. That's a valid miss. It wasn't. I think in hindsight, if you kind of slow down right here, like a little more, pump the brakes like right here. If you were like 4 or 5 feet back in the same exact position, just more towards the mid boost, you'd have a half second more to adjust to this and read this ball, and probably like a 50% chance of scoring this higher. So, but that's just like nitpicking, tiny positioning. But good bumps. You could have put this back mid, I think. Blue has a good touch to you. You see shades right there. Although you do have to react last second to that guy missing, so actually I don't blame you. But if you had cat-like reactions, you could have like tapped this ball to mid to shades and probably had a shot on net. But I think you were playing that guy's hit, which is understandable.
Is that
But a blue
230?
one. Yep. All right. Good idea here. You get beat, but this is like a good mentality to have. You see shades going up, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna be like shades goes now. I'm gonna try and make a challenge on the ball next. Shades kind of hits a little too far away for you to be able to make another 50 on this, which is just unlucky. But you had the right idea. I think once you see that you're kind of hard beat, I would just kind of turn back. But you do make a good recovery and get that mid boost, so it's not like that big of an issue. A little risky here. Both your teammates do commit,
Yeah.
and now you're third man. Now it's like it is kind of a foot race to this ball between you and Sparta. He might beat you, he might not. You might 50. It might be a bad 50 back mid. I'm probably, unless you know you're gonna for sure beat him, it might be worth just hanging back here because both of them are fully committed up. And if this ball's either full beat or a bad 50, it's probably just in your net. But he doesn't really hit into a good of a spot, so you're fine. Good work here cutting that off. You get a little close here. I would let Cayman do some work with the ball here, whether it's flick it or just 50 it. If he flicks it, then great. You play his flick, whether it goes off backboard or hits the crossbar. So you play his flick, or if he's getting to 50, you play his 50. You kind of get too close to where the demo's not really possible anymore. And if he makes a play, you're not really there to follow it up. So maybe like 8 to 12 feet back just to play whatever happens here.
Gotcha.
But I mean, it was a good 50 for God, and he gets a really good 50 on that, so it wouldn't have resulted in too much anyway. And I think Shades might have had too aggressive an approach. We'll look at him for a second. I think his reaction time was a little slower on this one. He just didn't quite see it coming. I think he probably should have parked the bus right here. And he kind of creeps up a little too much, and is out of his nose is pointing the wrong way, and just it gets over his head. So a little bit too aggressive out of second and third man there.
Gotcha.
Just goes over our head.
Alright, that's done.
So here, blue glow should be following. Oh. Nice.
Fish got yeeted.
There we go. Nice shot. Not much to look at there. Blue glow, you should be going back right boost here. Nice. What was that?
So, for this too. This has happened to me a lot frequently. Like off of the kickoff, so after it's hit, and I'm cheating. Pause. So right there, before I even get that pad, am I immediately racing and then getting a challenge, or is it like a good way to just go back to the 100? It's always gotten me, and like we didn't get like nothing happened this one, but I have had shit like times where like turning back and getting that boost actually got me scored on.
I like
Like
your.
I do this frequently.
It's that's the thing about kickoffs. It's just so situational. It depends on where everybody's positioned. I think you do the right thing here because Shades is guaranteed to get that mid boost. Not guaranteed, but he's likely getting this mid boost. And you're just not beating that. That guy just has priority on that ball. Like I think he's 100% getting to that ball first, which is why I think it's a good idea for you to go back. If the same kickoff happened, except it was in your half, right now it's in their half by like 10 feet. If it was in your half, yeah, I would say go for it. But it's in his half, and you're just not getting that ball. So I think playing more of a passive role here is better. I think it's just how you react to this touch. It's awkward. It's like kind of put in a weird spot for you. It's like behind you, but it's not behind you. This is where things kind of go weird. That we can look at to see if you could do anything differently.
Like, cause I just always feel like I'm ditching the play there. Whenever I get that boost.
I think it's fine because now Blue Glow got his corner boost, Shades got his mid boost, and you got your corner boost, and you guys have a boost advantage over these guys. Like, yes, they have an offensive attack, but you guys can easily counter this with all three having 100 boost to just kind of make a quick breakaway fast break and score something. So I think boost kickoffs are, I mean, Rocket League's like chess, but like kickoffs are big time chess because like being able to have both pressure and boost control on a kickoff is like absolutely huge. I think it's just like you just kind of get caught up. Like I would have started like immediately going like up back wall here and meeting this ball like right now in back wall and jumping off and like hitting it. But you kind of like let it go over your head and then it just becomes awkward. Like right now, I'm turning up back wall. I wish I could like make my car like on yours. I can show you what I was doing, but
Yeah, no, I see the vision.
yeah,
I see the
like,
vision.
if you just go up back wall and you kind of let this bounce out, like all right, now you have like gauge where it's going. You just jump off and hit it because I think Blue Glow. I think you come in a little hot.
Yeah.
It's awkward. I get it. I think I'd probably park it right here,
Yeah.
just to give yourself that extra quarter second to react to where the ball's going, because you push up another 5 feet, and that 5 feet is like a mile in where this ball's going. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're 5 feet back, far post, you have more time to react to this. You do a good job trying to adjust to it, Cayman. You also do a good job trying to get to it. It's just a tough read for both of you guys. But no harm, not too much foul. Good job backing off there, letting Shades go. Good positioning for him. Holy shit! Almost hit that. I think you get a little too close here. I think I would start pumping the brakes here. Let's say Shades doesn't get this double and the ball bounced off backboard. This is a hard ass read. Like you are. That's really hard. Like you see how like you're close, and then you jump for it, and look what you're doing now. You're like breaking your neck backwards to try to readjust for this ball. If you're 8-10 feet back right now, and just kind of waiting to see. Like I like your aggressiveness. Like yeah, like I got to be here, so I beat the defender of the ball. It's a good approach, but it makes it so impossible for you to even like get a challenge on the ball. Yeah. So I would be like just a tad back to give yourself more time to react to it. But Shades almost peaks. It was almost a beautiful shot. I think in hindsight,
Probably shouldn't go that far.
I would have gone for that mid boost. I think, yeah.
I don't think I saw it.
I think, yeah, you might have been focused on what's going on there. Yeah, if you go for that mid boost, you're able to turn back in, and then you guys keep pressure on that ball.
Faster, so, yeah.
I like this. you kind of like you're like, yeah, like let's see what this guy's doing. Like this guy could very well miss this ball, and you're ready for that. And if it goes over your head, then which it does, like it does, like it's whatever. Like you're not fully out of position. You didn't throw yourself out of play. You're able to turn back for this, which is good. And then you're able to let Shades go for it. So good job there. And I was gonna say, I think you're like once again just a tad too close. I probably would stop right here, but you kind of keep creeping up a little bit. And sure enough, the ball is a little like it's just a if you were like 2 or 3 feet back, you're scoring that like every time. So I think a thing with you, I think you're just like barely too far ahead, like by just a few feet. Like you have a great mentality. You're just like positionally just a few feet off, but I like the mentality.
I got you.
Good attempt on the bump there. Good challenge. Way to get in his face. I like what you're this is a tough one. I think if I'm in your position, I see that Shades is ready to make a controlled play on this. I just heard a demo. Who got demoed?
Forgot. Probably me.
You got demoed. Okay. Let's say, like, right now, I'm like, I just got demoed. He's in our net. And, like, this guy is out of the play. He's out of the play for a while. Pretty bad demo on his end. Like, there's no reason that guy should go for a demo here. But, with that being said, with that guy in your net and this other guy rotating for boost behind you, the orange guy, I would be looking to grab some pads and keep going forward and bumping Hot Grandma. Just kind of like following him and like getting him right here. If you get that bump, it's just in.
Yeah.
That's like a if let's say the score is like, I don't know. Another thing you guys gotta think about too is like, what's the score? And that's like a decision you make. Like if you guys are up 4-2 right now, what you do right here is great. Like fine. 4-2, 40 seconds left. You're playing safe. But if since you're down 1 with 40 seconds, you kind of be like, all right, what are we gonna do to like get a goal in the next 40 seconds? And that's like an aggressive approach. Like, yeah, these guys are staggered right now. There's one guy in our net. This other guy's 0 boost rotating left side. I'm gonna go headhunt this guy and try to get a bump. So, just something to think about. Wait, it goes in. Oh wait, what did Hot Grandma do here?
Oh, turn too wide for boost.
Huh. He just like kills all his momentum. Like I don't know why he's. Anyway, all right. We're not gonna worry about what they're doing.
Still stands though.
But yeah, in hindsight, like a good player is back in net there, and you could be there to just bump his ass. I like what you're doing on kickoffs. Ideally, you guys are all speed flipping, but speed flips are not easy. Like if you guys have some time, try to learn how to speed flip. It's really good. It is applicable in like a bunch of different areas, and it just makes you faster. But the one thing I do like that you're doing at kickoffs is you're above that kind of white circle is like the halfway point of the ball. You're making contact above that, like at or above it, which typically will keep the ball on the ground and prevents it from like pinching. Like if you're under it, then it'll like pinch off your car and then smash off, like go high in the air and smash off the sidewall, and who's ever the third man right now getting boost is like, oh shit, now I gotta make a play on this ball. It just creates havoc. So you being on top of it is great.
It's a weird turn.
One thing here, mechanically, so a big thing with like defending, and I guess in general, is being able to make contact with the ball, and then after making contact, make contact again, like following it up. You flipping here, you kind of forfeit any opportunity of being able to make contact again, because now you're just floating now. But if you like kind of just nudge this ball with your nose real quick, like poke, and then just kind of keep driving on the back wall, you can just continue to just follow this ball all along until you just ultimately make a 50.
I feel like what I was thinking here is that like he was gonna be up for the 50, like he would stay on the wall. But I don't think I saw him like that. He was awkward and making a weird recovery.
Yeah, if it was a 50, then 100% you're in the right for making like a flip on this. But yeah, I guess hindsight 2020. If you see that guy not really making another 50 on it, I guess the most ideal is you kind of tap this ball, and then try to like drive down the wall and grab that boost, and then go back to following on the ball. That's like the best case scenario, but which is kind of what happens. I mean, at higher ranks, you're not having this time. Like there's someone challenging the ball like right now, and then after they challenge the ball, they're taking that boost too. So, but ultimately it works out. Kim, you do a great job there of rotating in, recognizing a 0 boost. That's a good shot. This is tough. Like, I'm trying to think. Being backboard it's limiting in a way. Like, you're sacrificing a lot of movement. I don't know. It's a tough subject. I think you're put in a very awkward position. There's no doubt about it. That guy makes a great play. Shades a 0 boost. I think I would stay on the ground here to play the ground shot. Like if this guy smashes it off backboard, you're there for it right now. But if you're on the ground and you smash it off backboard, like what like let's say he smashed off backboard, what happens? Like what's gonna happen next? Right now, ball's off backboard. What's happening? And let's say you're on the ground. Like,
yeah,
go ahead.
It'll be like a touch to right side, and
like
it'll be like a 50 after.
Maybe. I guess my point is that if you smash it off backboard, no one on orange team is there to do anything. Like there's no second man. So, like I said, that's the thing about Rocket League that is just like it only comes with hours. It just comes with hours. Like there is a there's like a like 50 million different scenarios and situations because everybody's positioned differently. It's just such a dynamic, moving game, and you just kind of gotta play the game a shit ton to be in those situations so many times to learn from it. But yeah, I guess in an ideal world, you're on the ground here, you're saving this, but I get why you're backboard. It's like it's understandable. But I would stay on the ground there, just also because no one's back.
Was there anything I could have done?
That's a good question.
Because I did feel like I could have gotten this too.
I think off the bat here, ideally you flick this ball over this guy, but then again, I'm not gonna look too deeply into mechanical things. Like that's not easy to do sometimes. You almost get a bump there, which is great, which is a great alternative. Right now, I think you're taking too much time to get back. I'd be like, I would look at. I wouldn't be jumping for it. I guess maybe.
Because I did have this thought to do it, and then I was like, no, that's dumb.
I guess with this new update, ever since the update where you can see Shades has 0 boost, it's actually not a bad idea to jump for this. That is an option, is to jump for this. You could do that. You have the boost for it. That's not a bad idea. So sure, you could jump for it. I guess what I was thinking, like let's say 2 years ago when we didn't have boost meters, I think, and let's say there's no comms, what I'm doing is I'm hauling ass back to far post to assuming Shades has boost. I'm just hauling ass back to far post. Which you're kind of just taking too much time there. You're not supersonic quite yet. But yeah, like this game is just a matter of milliseconds. Like right here, like even this like slight hesitation that you kind of just like driving. Like I'd be like speed flipping back to net right now, but you're kind of just taking your time. So yeah, I think it's just more of like a sense of urgency. Just to get back to net as soon as you can, recognizing it's 2-2, balls floating in the middle of your field, and there's likely a shot on net. So I would just be like trying to get back to net and hopefully making a save on it.
Gotcha. For that potential pop forward to like flick on that guy, would it hit if I hit my brakes, would it have been easier like right here instead of just boosting?
Probably.
I mean, you're here. Like, I'm just right now. I'm flipping left and then trying to hit it off sidewall, and then following it up again. Easier said than done, obviously, but
I just need to flip sooner.
right now you're flipping.
Yeah.
Like pretty much like right now.
'Cause you can see the lane. Like there's so much space out there, and it's just one guy.
And you can tell like this guy's full committing. Like you can see him boosting. His nose is directly at you. Like he's at the point of no return. He's gonna go. So right now I'm probably flicking this with I'm flipping into it with the spoiler and then hitting off the sidewall, recovering as quick as I can, and then dribbling it again. And you're in a 1v1.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's. Let's see. We can watch your kickoff too. Issue. I'll just watch your kickoff and I'll go back to blue go. You're there. You're a little slow to kick off. Let's see if we can take a look. Okay, so the good thing that you're doing here, or that I guess that you're not doing, is a lot of people will boost through their flip like here, like right now they would still be right now they are still boosting, and if you're boosting in this direction, that's harmful because you're boosting in the backwards direction, so you're making it harder on yourself and you're going to get to the ball slower. So it's good that you're not holding boost throughout. That's obviously the advantage to a speed flip, is when you're speed flipping, you can boost the entire time throughout a speed flip and never lose forward momentum. But that's another topic. But yeah, you do a good job of like getting high enough on the ball so where it's not shooting out and making it tough. So it's a good job. Go back to blue glow. It's tough. That's just tough situation. I mean, ideally you take this 12 boost, you get to the left side of this ball, and then you flip into it. And while flipping into it, you're grabbing this mid boost. This touch here kind of hurts you because you put it back a little bit, and now you're retracing your steps, trying to get back to that mid boost. He's just there. That's tough. But yeah, I think in an ideal world, you see this. Maybe you grab this pad. Maybe not actually. Maybe you don't grab that pad because I think it sacrifices too much positioning. Yeah. I think you just like rely on your momentum right here. You try to get to the left side of this ball and just roll it up the wall to yourself and grab that mid boost and try to make a play. Mm-hmm. But that's just tough. And yeah, he makes the right play by going for the demo. That was like his best option.
Yeah.
Good go. Close. So I guess from that first game, some mechanical things, obviously, that shit happens. Like, it's you can look into mechanics all day, and it's just not really worth it. A big thing with mechanics that people look over, like, is positioning. Like, I would say 80 to 90% of the reason people miss the ball is because of where they were positioned initially. They're positioning themselves in awkward places, and it makes them. It's just mechanically difficult to readjust. So I think blue glow, I think you have a good your aggressive mindset is good. I think just positionally, if you keep that mindset and increase your court vision and your awareness around you, I think it'll lead to less double commits, and if you're just back a little bit, you're going to be putting the ball in the net more times than not. I think Cayman, it's a little bit of the opposite. I think you could, you have a passive approach, which is great. Like it's nice to have like that mixture on your team. Like I was more of like a kind of in the middle. Like there's sometimes I would take a passive approach, and there's times where I felt, there's times where I need to be a little more aggressive depending on what was going on. But if all three players are just crazy aggressive, it's not going to really mesh well. So, but I think
Nettie and I have a hard time trading off on that.
Exactly right.
What,
So it's
being passive.
Yeah, we both like passive, but then also like want to get aggressive. Like there's the times that we both are like, "Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go?"
Yeah, exactly. So it's nice to. I think for you, Cayman, I think you could be 5 feet, 5-8 feet closer to the play, I think you might be a little too far back, which is allowing the other team to have too much space and too much time to make plays on the ball. It's like I said, everything is very situational. It's how much boost you have, who's behind you, how far are they behind you, how much boost did they have. So it's just really gathering a read on the plays where things become difficult, and really only time and practice and looking at different scenarios is how you learn from it. But I think overall, as a team, there wasn't really there actually was pretty good offense. There's a lot of I felt like you guys actually hit the ball off the backboard a lot to make it awkward for them. Like I said before, if you guys are hitting the ball off the backboard, it's hard for people to read that, and it's gonna jump off. And you guys reading a ball, head on off the backboard to score it is much harder for them to read it with their roof to it. So yeah, it was a good game. Just unfortunate they had some good offense at times, and it kind of just overpowered.
I got you.
And then was it game 3? Yeah, game 3.
It was game 3.
We'll watch the first.
I got like 20 minutes
Okay, we'll watch your first half then.
or like 15 minutes.
Let's see. So good boost grab here. Honestly, I think what I'm doing here is
Take the turn now.
I'm drifting, and I'm holding down power slide, and I'm turning on this sidewall, and I'm playing Shades' touch because he's 100%
Ooh, okay.
beating this. He's beating anybody to this ball. So then you can turn, and you might not be able to get a touch on this immediately, but you're gonna be able to challenge Forgotten. Yeah. I think you actually beat him to that ball. So that's what I would do. That's like another thing, like another scenario. Like once again, like everything you see, Sparta dude all the way across the map.
Mm-hmm.
You see Cayman rotating back, and you see Hot Grandma just like charging in, and Shades just has a free touch. So, like you can be like, okay, this is a good time to get aggressive. I'm a turn. So that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a crazy demo out of him. That had to have been accidental. There's like no way.
Yeah.
I gotta see that. There's no way he like saw you there. I think he's just turning back.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, zero clue. His ball cam was on. Unlucky, and he gets the boost too. Wow,
Yeah,
that guy, very fortunate for him. Nice. You did a good job with your momentum here. I think some players might have been like, oh shit, like I have 0 boost, but you recognize that you're able to like, I can get to this ball, so good shit there. Great bang. Good boost steal here. Good turn, you're waiting for Shades. I think Shades could have got a little, I think you kind of parked the bus right, in an ideal world, you kind of chill like right here, and Shades is just like going at this ball and getting a 50 on the sidewall. Hopefully it pops mid. But he does play passive. You recognize that, so now you're playing the 50 on the sidewall, which is good. It bounces mid perfectly, and you're not there, and that's fine because that's just how the dice rolls. Like I think you played the right position. You're kind of like in the in between. Like if this goes over Shades' head, I'm here for it. If it goes mid, then I'm here to make a challenge, which you are. So that's good. You actually almost get a crazy double here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feather your boost on the ground. This is kind of just a side note. There's really not much of a benefit to it. Feathering is decent when you're in the air because it allows you is like insane. Technically you do go faster, but it's like so minimal that it's not worth it because you're draining your boost to go like 0.05% faster. So I would hold on to your 40 boost here, stay supersonic, make this 50, and steal this boost.
There was one thing I wanted to hash out with you too, Blue. When Shades gets the 50 across the pitch, if we go back,
Oh, sorry.
is it so right there as it's going across the pitch, I'm pretty sure I'm positioned on the right side. Is it also okay to have you as third man and the person on the right push up? Because sometimes I feel like maybe it's okay in this instance, but Sometimes I feel like it's more, like it's better for me on a hunter to be there. Like I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I feel like
Because I know it's definitely situational.
I feel like that's possible, but it would have to be like an established thing. Like I would have to know, okay, if this like goes right really fast, then I know that Cayman could be there on the right, and I can just turn out. But
Yeah, I think that's something we can work on too. You're third man here right now. I think we should have third man do a lot of call outs, like calling people off the ball or telling people to stay on the ball. I think that's a big job for the third man to take initiative in as well.
Yeah, 100%. Because
Tell him to back off. You got it.
Okay.
Tell him to stay on.
mm-hmm.
Not in this scenario, but just in general. I think third man should be doing that.
But if I do want to do this, like immediately tell Blue, hey, you're third, I'm going.
Yeah.
yeah, you can be like, I'll take, and then call him off. So yeah, no, you actually bring up a great point. I didn't even consider this, because this is actually one thing. This is actually another thing we can talk about is Blue. You don't know where. Let's see. You have an idea of where it is, but like you're not entirely sure where Cayman is. So that's like kind of another thing with map awareness. Like you could do like a quick camera flick to check out where he is real quick. Yeah, and then Cayman, not just in general, but like, or I guess in general, like yes, like even second man behind first man, like if you're behind somebody, you have a better idea of what's going on more than them, just because they can't see you. Like it's just harder for them to understand. That's just how it is. So yeah, you see Blue Glow going, and like that's the thing, is that you can see him going, and like you not going here is good, because you have that, like if you were to go here too while seeing Blue Glow is going, that'd be bad, like because then you're like you're able to visualize what's going on and you're still double committing, but like you recognizing he's going and then you just letting him go is great. But you know, you're totally right. Since you do have vision, you could call him off. It's, I think like you said too, it's situational. This ball's kind of bouncing in the spot that both of you could technically go. Like him going here's not bad, because like as he goes, I'm trying to think. Honestly, I would stay. I talked to Petty about this a lot too, because I noticed where your nose is huge. If you weren't your turn back here, I think this is like, I think you and Petty kind of have the same mindset of like playing really safe and passive. Like this is misclicked.
I think we have very similar play styles, actually.
Yeah, you turned around here is very passive, and like if the ball goes over your head, you're ready for it. But like when I'm probably face forward, and I'm ready to make a 50 on this ball. So that's another thing to think about. So I think I think having your nose in more of a aggressive position, but like where you like actually are geographic on the pitch, on more of like a kind of like a moderate position, like not too passive, not too aggressive, is great here. So you can
just park the bus
right here. Just chill right here, and whatever happens, you're ready for it. And then so you be facing forward, looking at this, and boom, you're either beating this guy or tying the ball. So yeah, I would just kind of worry about where your nose is at sometimes.
Yeah, I do that a lot too, where I'm like trying to face my nose in the direction the ball's going.
Mm-hmm. Good rip. Good bump.
Nice.
All good. Shots just weren't falling, but that was, you banged the ball really well, and that bump was huge. Good boost grab. That was a good, you kind of showed face for a second here. You were kind of like, does this guy have it? And you realize, yeah, he probably does have it, so it was a really good turn here. So good job. Nice. You kind of give it away. You had the right idea. I think it's
touch it.
Right. I think you can take a controlled touch if you either do a camera flick or a quick ball cam off, ball cam on again. You can see that this guy's not really going to 50 you, and you can just let this bounce. You can just start dribbling this. So yeah, it's kind of a giveaway, but if you, like I said, court vision, if you map awareness, if you see where he's at, you're able to recognize that you can start playing around him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good approach. Other than that, by taking your time, waiting for the ball to bounce off the back wall, so that was good. Here, I would let Cayman go. I would start just turning back to net just in case it's an unfortunate 50.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of just, I like the idea of kind of like throwing yourself at it just to make sure it doesn't get on, but you guys do have the same commit here, which is not good because Shades is also up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably would have just turned back to net there and just waited for whatever unfolded. Ideally, you get a couple more pads there on your rotate back, but you got one, which is good. Nice. That boost should spawn in like 3 seconds, or 2 seconds actually. Shades should be going, but you see what I'm saying? Like, you recognize Shades is not going.
Mm-hmm.
He should be going. You should probably call him on like, all right, Shades, you go. Like, you.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's kind of just like driving, so you take initiative and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go now, which is fine. But I think in an ideal world, that does kind of like make rotations awkward with you going. So I'd probably call him on. Ideally, you call him on.
Yeah.
Or ideally, he goes. Second ideal, you call him on. And then third ideal, you just kind of cut.
Okay. And I gotta go soon. I want to look at one last thing. Just the last goal of this game. I just thought it was like a really cool goal.
For sure, we can take a look at it. Ooh, this one, right? Oh
Yeah.
wait,
Wait.
that was interesting.
Oh wait, no,
Or
I'm
is it-
tripping. That was a different game. That was a different game.
I guess I can just
Oh,
sift
no,
through the
this
goals
one, this
with
one,
you.
this one.
That one?
Yeah.
I'll sift through all the goals with you real quick just to save time.
Yeah.
We can just watch what happens. That was a shit happens moment. Kind of just went over our head. Nice. It's a good job here by kind of just waiting. Like, you're not really throwing yourself at it. You're waiting for Cayman to do something or forgotten, and like just sometimes the ball just keeps floating, and you're there to be there for it. So good work. For the next goal. Let's see. You can look at this real quickly. I think you just gotta make a desperation jump at this one, Cayman. Just you kind of see it bouncing off. You're kind of in no man's land, point of no return, so you just kind of gotta like hit it on their backboard without just trying. Basically, your goal is just you see Shades, you see blue glow here, their back wall. Your goal is to just like hit it, ideally up their back wall. That way, it buys as much time as possible. But yeah, just try to jump at it, buy time for you guys to rotate back. Go to the next goal. Let's see here. That was good. Yeah, nice. Ah! It's good awareness to hear. So like, yeah, like, I ain't got shit. This ball, you recognize that this ball is put mid. You can't do much about it. You're kind of too far pushed up. So you're like, okay, what's my next alternative? So you're kind of thinking on your toes. You see this fucker, you spank him, and then yeah, that's great. Get a good reflex. Way to turn back to that.
Yes, sir.
Can watch a little bit of Cayman. I'll go back a little bit for Cayman. We can like see the mid game. That was good. You had great positioning. You're like pretty much in the perfect spot for, making a play on this ball. You kind of just get the wrong trajectory, which is shit happens. But other than that, it was really good positioning.
Guys, I'm gonna head out right now. I gotta get ready for work. But
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
on.
joining.
Bye, Blue.
Yeah.
Yes, no problem.
Hopefully,
Have a good one.
I might be on later tonight. So
Okay.
Sounds good.
see you guys. Thank you.
Yep.
Later.
Let's see here.
Alright, guys. Got jobs to do. Gotta go back to real life.